What's up, guys? What's up? Yeah, I wasn't gonna go live tonight, but I I changed my mind, you know? I'm typing all this stuff and everything. I'm like, why am I doing this? Why don't I just talk? So we have a good game so far. A little few things that worry me though, or concern me that it's I didn't see anybody in the neutral zone. That was whatever. But then that interception for the Chiefs was called back. Sorry, it wasn't an interception. The ball hit the ground. I don't know how in the world that got called, but that's a problem because the pattern normally is that they call something against the team early in the first half, and then in the second half when it really matters, that's when they give the Chiefs the help they need when it can determine the outcome. So I'm not happy that such a bad call went against the Chiefs in the first half. That's not. I told the Chiefs fans on X, that's the way to do it. I told Chiefs fans not to worry that they're going to win this game because we're about to see something special from the NFL. The honest truth is what you're seeing is you're seeing the Chiefs, how they really are if they're not getting the calls. This is their team, okay? They haven't been any good as far as like without ref help, in my opinion, in a while. So I told them not to worry that the Chiefs will get this because of that. And what that is that is called a win-win. So if the Chiefs win and there's a bad penalty, well, I look brilliant for trolling them about it. If Houston wins, I'm completely wrong, but I'm happy. So it's one of those weird things, but I went all in because I just cannot believe that the NFL is going to miss out on the Taylor Swift attention in the playoffs. Why do so many people give up these throws to Mahomes? You would think that they got, never mind. I'm not even, why are you getting beat like that, dude? Come on. You knew he wasn't cutting to the other side. You knew that. How did you fall for that? He bit on that like an idiot, like Rosie O'Donnell on a donut. You're asking me why I'm going live so late? Well, I just changed my mind. I just was watching this game. I got in a little late, so.
Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
We're doing it live. We're doing it live. It should be 10-3 right now. Butker doinking it. That was some torque. Look at the torque. Just hit him. Dude, he's as slow as Tom Brady, but yet for some reason he can just like run forever and nobody does anything. Have you noticed that people just float around him? They just hover. Like, what is this? What is this? The dude is slow as shit, and you just hover around him. Like, he's not Michael Vick, man. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Hit him. Kareem Hunt. Maybe he should be the kicker. Boom, boom. An oldie but goodie. We couldn't use that joke for a while when he left. It's worth the flag to knock the crap out of him. You got to teach these quarterbacks it's not okay to just run with the ball like that. You got to show them. I'm talking about a clean legal hit, you know? Even they'll throw a flag because you're hitting Mahomes. It doesn't matter if it's clean. It doesn't matter if it's legal. But you got to try. You got to at least let them know, hey, there's a price that comes with this. If it's a fair game, the Chiefs are better than average. They're probably like an 11-6 team, 10-7, something like that for a few years now. But I've seen so many games that come down to it that were completely altered because of a flag that wasn't legitimate. Okay. Or if it was technically legitimate, it was something that should not be called. It was something that was like, really, are you serious? You don't call that the whole game and now you decide to call that? It's one of those type of things. But someone asked me the other day, I think it might have been Israel, what I think about the Chiefs Dynasty. And I told them I think it's the weakest one I've ever seen. I can't imagine a less convincing, dominant dynasty as this one. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of LeBron James's teams. It's like it's got a bunch of famous people on it, a bunch of big names, all this crap, right? But there's just something really phony about it and something very weak about it. For one, Travis Kelce. If you just change one thing, let's take away the flags, okay? Let's say that we don't even mention that the Chiefs get calls, right? Let's go with this. Let's just say that they have officiated Kelce this whole time, all these years. If they had just officiated Kelce the way they officiated Gronk. So basically, they'll officiate Kelce the way you would a tight end, because they do officiate tight ends and wide receivers differently. There's a different judgment call on that. And they admit this. This is not a secret. They admitted to allowing Gronk to get held. Their answer was, we don't have any other way to do it. Because if we don't, he's just going to dominate everywhere, you know? So we're going to call Gronk for all these calls, all these things, and we're just going to try to stop him somehow because they can't stop him. NFL never seen anything like Gronk before. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to deal with it. But even in games where the Patriots were playing the Chiefs, you could see Gronk and Kelce being officiated differently. Kelce barely gets breathed on. He gets a flag as if he's a wide receiver. This is also why Kelce has so many yards. I'm not saying he's a bad tight end. He's a really good tight end, but he is nothing like this if he was officiated like a tight end. If he was officiated the way Shannon Sharpe was, if you let Kelce get held and hit and pulled and climbed on top of, just like the other tight ends that have put up with this for so long. When I'm arguing against a Mahomes fan, they like to say that Kelce is the GOAT tight end. So I'll use that against them. So it's very useful. So what you do is that if you may think one thing, but you can use this against them because that's what they feel. So if they feel Kelce is the GOAT tight end, this means that Mahomes has always had the best target in the league for the last 10 years or whatever at tight end, right? On top of having like Tyreek Hill and people like that. So it's very convenient. It really confuses them to make them choose, you know? It's like, is Kelce the GOAT tight end, or is Patrick working with nobodies? What? It's like that meme, right? What do I choose? Which button do I press? They don't know. They don't know what to do. So, yeah, so here comes the collapse by the Houston Texans. I also want to explain something to Chiefs fans, okay? In the first quarter of this game, you saw that there was a procedural penalty. The flag was thrown as soon as the ball was snapped, negating a big play from the Houston Texans. That's what happened when Dee Ford was offsides, okay? No penalty is the same. No touchdown is valued the same. No interception is the same. It's all about when in the game you're doing it. What is the situation? You can't go to the scoreboard and say, no. We've all seen good teams get good calls, okay? I've seen Peyton get calls. I've seen Brady get calls. I've seen, superstars get calls. And which is why I put up with it for the Chiefs. I'm like, it went from star player gets, or good team or dominant team gets some weird calls. It went from that to what in the hell is happening? This is weird. This just doesn't make sense. I don't have respect for this dynasty like the others. They're weak. If they had to play up against the dynasty, I just don't think they hold up, man. Can you imagine how bad this team would be if Andy Reid wasn't their coach? If it was just some random coach like Mike McDaniel or some stupid coach like that, just ran a random dude. My God. By the way, were the Chiefs fans booing earlier? I thought I heard them. I thought I heard them. It was kind of like, that's interesting. Yeah, the hate, Elf, the hate for the dynasty is different from the Patriots hate, in my opinion. The Patriots hate came from a place of people knew they were good. People knew that people respected them. They feared them. And that's kind of the place the hatred was coming from. It was more like Cold War hatred, like Russians hated us and we hated the Russians because we were both superpowers. We thought one was going to, kill the other, whatever. The kind of hatred that people have for the Chiefs is more like the way we don't like France. It's like we're not afraid of them. We don't respect them. We just think they're annoying douchebags. That's kind of like how we see it, and how people see it. Nobody respects these guys. I remember, I'm just saying this in comparison to other dynasties, because when you're comparing to other dynasties, that's a heavy thing. I enjoyed the hatred for the Patriots because I knew people feared us. Another wide open player, and apparently the Texans don't want to tackle anyone now. He just let him just jump another 2 yards for no reason. A guy like Patrick who throws like a baseball player, it's all pure upper body in one area. It's right through here. It's going to wear out faster than a pocket passer would. That's why you're seeing Patrick's, a lot of his balls going short when he's trying to throw it deep and they just kind of die. He needs to change his form, actually. But it'd take a lot of work to change your form. But he could do it if he wanted to, if he really wanted to. Okay, that Texans player with the big helmet looks like a freaking retard. I'm sorry, but it looks absolutely idiotic. It might be worth getting CTE just to not have to wear that thing. Oh, did Kelsey get looked at? Did Kelsey get touched? You're a tight end, dude. Defensive backs are... The refs have said this a million times. Since I was young, they've said this. When it is a defensive back, when it is a cornerback, okay, 180-pound little dude going up against a tight end, the refs will allow a certain level of hand fighting and pushing, a little bit of holding here and there. They will allow it, okay? They will allow it on most tight ends. Just watch any game, okay? Next game you guys watch. Just watch. Pay attention. Pay attention to the defensive back against a tight end. The rest will let it go. Except for Kelsey. It's amazing. It's amazing. A defensive back barely touches him, and you would think that it was a wide receiver. You know where I learned this from? I learned this in the 90s with Shannon Sharp. I remember that defensive backs could just mug this guy, and they wouldn't call a flag, But then they do the same thing to a wide receiver, and of course it was a flag. It's like, okay. And then I remember the commentator explaining this situation. Then I started noticing it. And then, of course, over the years, you hear other people talk about this. You even hear tight ends talk about it. Yeah. Kelsey gets the Mahomes treatment. I should put it this way. Kelsey gets wide receiver treatment. That's for sure. See, the tight end is supposed to be a hybrid position. You're like a jack of all trades. You're a blocker. You can run. You can catch. If the Patriots had classified Gronk as wide receiver, meaning lining him up as much as they do Kelsey, and the officials would treat him the way they treat Kelsey, Gronk would be so dominant that the entire NFL would probably get together and try to have Gronk assassinated at some point. It would have been that bad. I've never seen anything like Gronk. You never will, I don't think. Maybe you will, but it just didn't make any sense how someone could be so in a league like this with the greatest athletes on earth. It made no sense how it was so easy for him. It's just the dude was crazy. Here's the thing. If the Chiefs fans weren't so obnoxious and the calls weren't so pathetic, and if Kelsey wasn't such a douchebag, if all those things weren't the case, then I would actually be enjoying watching this decade's dynasty. Because I generally enjoy things like that. I like watching history being made. I like dominant teams, and I have a lot of respect for those type of organizations, even if they're not people I root for. This is more of an anomaly for me. This is generally something I normally wouldn't do. I suspect that I will probably be able to enjoy them more if Kelsey wasn't there. I really cannot stand that person. I just cannot stand him at all. I don't have anything against Patrick at all. Nothing personal. Nope. But Kelsey, don't like. I even like Andy Reid, so that's funny. I even like their defensive coordinator, Spagnuolo. Oh, I respect him. What he did against us, I respect him for that. I don't have to like it, but I respect it. Again, you let that little weasel... Oh, look at him. Oh, my God. He's doing the LeBron thing, acting like he's hurt. Nefertiti. Queen Nefertiti. All right. Come on, CJ. Get something done. In the second half, you're 0 for 7 with no yards. Come on, dude. It's the fourth quarter. You went a whole quarter with no yards and no completions? You went 0 for 7? That's completely pathetic. Where's their running back going? Jesus. The Chiefs might not need help. Looks like the Texans are doing that for them. I just want a football game where the refs are not the factor. For either team, for either side. What is going on? It's like Houston has no idea about what an adjustment is. I mean, they're letting the Chiefs through like the Chiefs are the best defense in the league. Yeah, I don't think they could spell the word adjustment, Elf. Good. Good. Boom. Hell yeah.
And I will rain down an ungodly fucking firestorm upon you. You're gonna have to call the fucking United Nations and get a fucking binding resolution to keep me from fucking destroying you. I am talking scorched earth, motherfucker. I will massacre you. I will fuck you up.
That's some football right there. That's how the Patriots have been playing. That's what's up. You got to make them pay for that. You gonna go up the middle on us? Well, this is what happens. Your quarterback's going to throw you in up the middle like that? Okay. What's Mahomes doing limping around? He just ran 15 yards perfectly. In fact, it was the less gay I've ever seen him run. I hate when athletes do that. They pretend they're hurt. Aaron Rodgers used to do that crap. You guys remember that? And he would run for a first down, but right when he got near the sidelines, he would pretend to hobble. He's like, oh. So that way people say, oh, look at him. He's injured, but yet he's coming through. And do you know nobody ever brings up that Brady's ankle was screwed up in Super Bowl 42? That's right. The undefeated season was on the line against the Giants, the one that we lost. It's never brought up. But he had a cast on his foot leading up to that Super Bowl. And nobody ever talks about it. You know why nobody talks about it? Because Brady tried to hide it. He didn't want people knowing about it. He didn't want it to be a focus. And he never mentioned it, never brought it up, never made a show of it, never limped around during the Super Bowl to make an excuse after he got hit for the millionth time in that game. He never was like, oh, I can't walk. Oh, now I can run it. You know, now I can throw it. I can do whatever I want to. But, oh, my ankle. Yeah, that's why. Did you know he didn't have an MCL during the Super Bowl run with the Buccaneers? No one knew. Do you think we would not know if Patrick Mahomes had that? Or any other player, in fact? Not just Patrick. You didn't know about that. Exactly. See, you didn't know. That's my point right there. Yeah, Tom hurt his ankle in the AFC Championship game against the Chargers. So he TMZ or whatever it was back then, I don't think TMZ existed. If it did, whatever. It's just a paparazzi got a shot of him trying to sneak into Gisele's apartment. And he was wearing his entire foot was casted up. Picked off. Yes. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
That was outstanding on so many levels. Look at that torque.
Look at that torque, baby. That's the greatest throw I've ever seen. Forever. What happened, Patrick? Chiefs fans told me that Andy Reid was the problem. Everyone here can vouch for me that when Tom Brady made a mistake or did something stupid on the field, I called it out. When something was going on, I called it out. Chiefs fans refuse. They refuse to criticize Patrick Mahomes. When you give credit to your quarterback for every win, then he's got to be responsible for some of the bad, at least. I mean, I know you're a fan, but come on, you got to at least understand the situation. We got a super chat. Let's go. That was super chat worthy, wasn't it? That was a nice interception. Oh, come on. It's a good tackle. It's not the best form tackle you've seen in 10 years. Collinsworth's a faggot, dude. I can't stand him. Jesus, man. That's the best form tackle I've seen in 150 fucking years. Oh my God, can you believe it? I'm going to lick that guy's asshole. Sorry about that. That got awkward. But you know what I mean, right? I mean, it's freaking gross. It was a good tackle. It's a proper tackle. It's what we're taught to do. It's a wrap-up tackle. Yes, it's a good tackle. Very good. Fucking Collinsworth. What the hell kind of throw was that, Patrick? That was horrible, dude. That was horrible.
That was outstanding on so many levels. Look at that torque.
What's the flag for? What, shitty throw on Mahomes? So you got to give him, you just say, flag on the play. We're going to have to help KC because Patrick can't throw the ball. Just hit him. Oh my God, you better not give up a first down to this idiot. What kind of fucking tackle was that? How? How the hell do you, how that missed tackle almost looked on purpose. They're going for it on their own 30. What are they doing? Holy shit, what are they doing? They snapped it. Incomplete. Oh my God. What the fuck? What the fuck? Nefertiti! Nefertiti! They went for it on their fourth down on their own 30 in the fourth quarter. Holy shit! Analytics, you retards! Analytics don't work! I can't believe that just happened. What the hell, man? I'm not going to be able to defend Andy Reid anymore. Shit, the Chiefs fans are going to eat his lunch for that shit if they lose the game. What are you doing? It's 10-10. You have all of your timeouts. There's still 10 minutes left in the game. You punt that ball. You could probably punt that shit to their own 15. Okay. If the Texans lose this game now, they're garbage. Hey guys, you do know you need a touchdown, right? Dude, it was 4th and 1. I thought they went out there to try to draw them off sides. I was like, what the hell is this shit? But then I looked at the formation. I was like, I think they're snapping it. Unbelievable. Oh. Houston better do something here. They better capitalize on this. Run, you idiot, run! Holy shit, you caught it! Oh, I'm gonna need a Smurf! Hey, hey, yeah. You know, I have a real Indian arrow, actually. So Cowboys and Indians, and the Cowboys are winning, buddy. Well, kind of. Winning-ish. First down. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Mickey! Yes, Papa Pumpkin. Stop letting data sheets call plays. The hell are you doing? You know there's just some dipshit on his little MacBook up there going, okay, coach. Then the analytics, my AI says that you should go for it. Because there's a 1.75% chance that you'll convert it here. Oh, that sounds like a great idea. Let's snap the ball.
You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
First and goal. Let's go. Running it up the middle. Oh, he got in. What? I thought they had him. You had him dead to rights and you let him go. Dare for the touchdown. Oh, perfect. Papa Pumpkin. We was data and sheets. We was kings and shit. All right. This gives me a perfect opportunity. Cause and effect. I drink too much Coke. I have to piss. Cause, effect. By the time I get back, you better tell me where that quote's from. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Fourth down. It's 4th and 4. Why am I yelling about everything? Debo. What? That's your question? I can't. I have a show. You're supposed to be in the basement. Yeah. So you're not allowed to be talking from the basement when I'm doing my show. You're supposed to be cooking or washing dishes or something. If not, I'm going to need you to be quiet. Okay, that's it. My life is going to end tonight, so enjoy this show. This is going to be my last one, guys. Whenever I act like an ass to entertain you guys, I pay for it later. My grandmama bought me that chain. Wait, they're doing it again? They're going for it again? 4th and 4? Houston's in the right defense. Houston's they're in the right. They got it. They got it. Let's go. Punt the ball. Punt the ball. Near, far. Near, far. Come on. If you ever watch Sesame Street, you know what that is. Near, far. The analytics today became very, very analytical. Okay, let me explain something to you, ladies and gentlemen. Stop in the name of love before you break my heart. Very good song. Stop. Football is football. Okay? Football is football. No, I'm not going bald. I just have a cowlick hairline. Actually, I have plenty of hair. I have very nice hair. I've always had thin hair. My people in my family don't go bald. But anyway, football will always be football. And you can bring in all these data points and stuff. And a lot of that is good for like kind of knowing an effectiveness of a player to a certain extent, or charting certain things like what they're good at. There's a lot of positives to it. Well, one thing it cannot help you with is judgment calls like that. The math says go for it on 4th down and you'll convert. This is based on numbers from other situations. When you're about to go for it on 4th down here, the universe doesn't know that all the other 4th downs converted or didn't convert. This is a 1 and 1 only. You start over. You don't increase your chances. You're starting from scratch again. It's just over and over again. Each new decision is a new decision. Analytics cannot help you with that. It just doesn't work. It doesn't make any sense. And they use that for that. And it's like, Why? Football is football, and you punt it there. Apparently, these guys think they know more than Vince Lombardi and every other head coach that's come along. So they think they know something special because they've got computers. It's like the strength of schedule bullshit. They do some math about strength of schedule. Oh, the Patriots, their strength of schedule is getting worse and worse. Guess why? Because we've got 11 fucking wins. You know what happens when you got 11 fucking wins? That means that 11 of your opponents have 11 fucking losses. So if my 11 opponents have 11 fucking losses for my 11 fucking wins, that means my strength of schedule is going to get worse. Motherfucker. So take that and shut up your analytical ass. Bitch. Handshake Mahomes. I hope my dad's not watching tonight. I told him I was going to stop cussing. Well, I didn't know Andy Reid was going to go for him 4th down twice. So, analytics. John wrote an epic comment. On paper, ex-quarterback should be able to convert against Y defense. But the quarterback can't read defenses. Uh-oh. Woo. Yeah, Israel. Andy Reid became a lot anal. Analytics. 3rd and 7. It's 3rd and 7 for the Houston Texans who try to beat the Kansas City Cherokees. We'll see what happens. Delay a game for the retards. Come on, Houston, win this game so I can go on X and have fun. I just want to watch them cry so badly. It's really funny. I'd love to advertise my prediction being wrong. That would be awesome. 3rd and 12. Let's go. That was wide open. Davis Mills would have made that throw. Not good. Not good, guys. Not good. Unless Patrick wants to throw a pick. Then it'd give him better field position. Defense is going to have to do its job because the offense can't move the ball. Alrighty. It's tight bum time. 3:44 in the 4th. Kansas City on their 8-yard line. They probably should go for it here on 4th down if they don't make it. Kelsey can't catch the ball. What a stupid ass. 9 straight incompletions for Mahomes. Look at that torque. Kelsey, you have to watch the ball hit your hands. So if they lose this game, how are they going to explain away Patrick Mahomes' 9 straight incompletions? Intercepted off of Kelsey's hands. Let's go. This couldn't have been better. Mahomes throwing a pick. Well, not really throwing a pick. It wasn't his fault. But a pick for Mahomes. And it's Kelsey's fault. Nefertiti. It's glorious. It's wonderful. Yeah, Kelsey's going to get dumped now, isn't he? I would sing one of her songs, but I can't think of any. I'll listen to real music. So it's exactly what I said, right, guys? I said the Texans defense is going to have to get a pick and give them better field position. See, I'm Nostradamus. Israel, so far, buddy, you called it. It looks like the NFL is done with the Chiefs. It looks like this is what happens when you are an evenly called game. When it's just, there's going to be bad calls for everybody. There's always bad calls in every game. That's all we've been asking for. It's just a normal game. You're a loser. Shut up. Travis Kelce's smart, though. He's going to marry Taylor Swift. He wants that big money, that $1 billion. I'm starting to be very thankful I went live today. You might not even want to give him the ball again. I'm talking about the Chiefs, not the Texans. Who's their backup? Travis Kelce looks unhappy. Minshew, it's the GOAT stash? Dude, put him in there. Yeah, Gardner Minshew. I'd put him in. See what he can do, you know? I was wrong. The refs did not help Kansas City. This is the Chiefs when they're not getting help. You're just seeing the truth. You're just seeing it the reveal. As Apocalypse says in the X-Men Apocalypse movie, Israel, all is revealed. And all was revealed. The Chiefs are who we thought they were. They are who we thought they were. The refs are out there. They throw the flags. They throw the flags for other teams. You think you got it figured out? You think you got it under control? But no. They throw the flags. The Chiefs get their way. They get Super Bowls. They get playoff wins. But no, now the refs don't throw the flags, and they are who we thought they were. And this time, we didn't let them off the hook. That was the real Chiefs. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Dallas Cowboys, too, for the assistant to putting them down this path. So, nice job.
This is Patriots linebacker, Super Bowl 49 champ, Darius Fleming, and you're watching Von Allen Sports. Real and honest NFL analysis. Subscribe now. Join the empire. Von Allen Sports, let's go!